Access, our weekly interview with a man known as Highway 11, Julian Edelman.
Time to rock and roll, boys.
That is a milestone for Julian.
Laser focus. Laser focus.
Edelman comes down with a football and they're saying it's a catch. Julian Edelman makes a move, works his way in. Watch it or don't, whatever.
Touchdown, Julian Edelman. Let's go now. We got a three-way. We're going.
Look at Edelman break 2 tackles, and Edelman is home
For the touchdown. They can't cover me.
Never touched the ground.
It's unreal. It's insanity.
Julian Edelman off to the races. Julian Edelman done by Edelman.
Boys, I got the need. The need for speed. Sports.
Julian Edelman is brought to you this week by Twisted Tea, the original hard iced tea, also by East Coast Metal Roofing, and by Fletcher Granite, and by Zudi. Build any apps your company needs in a week. Visit Zudi.com for details. And here he is on the Harbor One hotline, Julian Bubs Edelman. Good morning, Bubs.
Morning.
How you doing today? How you feeling?
Feeling good. How are you feeling?
Fantastic. Worked a full week this week. You'll appreciate that. No vacation or anything like that. So we're off to the races. And interesting game last week. I wanted to know to start this morning if you're somebody who buys into moral victories.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. So you look at that game Sunday differently than maybe we do as fans. Mm-hmm. We look at that and we say, all right, go out there, play a tough team. Second week with a new quarterback, and that's pretty much a win. You look at that and say, nope, that's a loss, and we got to do better.
Yeah, I mean, whether you win or lose a game, you can always learn something from a game. It's like a play. Every play you play in this game, Scotty O'Brien, our old special teams coordinator, used to tell me, whether it's good or bad, it's a bit of experience and you can learn from it. So you can definitely learn from it, but, I mean, it's still a loss on the record sheet, and that's the ultimate stat.
So Julian, when you talk about learning from the game, what do you think you learned as far as just, from an offensive perspective? What do you guys think you've learned that you got to do better, or maybe continue to work on and continue to keep getting better at basically after that game?
I mean, I think we have to. I mean, anytime you don't win a game, I mean, it's the other team's making more plays and executing more than you did. So, I mean, I think there's some good. I mean, this is National Football League. There's always going to be some good plays. There's other teams going to make plays, but usually the team that makes the most plays usually wins. So, we got to go back which we have been trying to do this whole week, and just kind of refine it and really get back to the basics and the fundamentals of why each play works, what we all have to do, and everyone kind of worrying about their own job. So I think that's what we have to do. September's the month of improvement, which we try to carry that over consistently the whole season. But I mean, that's where we're at right now, especially without having a preseason or a traditional camp or OTA. I mean, we're just sitting here trying to improve and improve and improve.
I don't know what you had for expectations when it came to Cam Newton, but was there a point in this process, early on, recently, where you said, all right, this guy's pretty good?
I mean, he's played in a lot of big football games, and he's won a lot, and he's done a lot of great things in his career, throughout his career, college career, high school career, junior college. I mean, he's went a long road. He's had some adversity here and there, and he's seemed to always be a fighter. So now I've been excited to play with him from the jump. I mean, he's got a very eccentric personality. He's got, great vibes that always come off him. He's energetic. He makes the game. He's a fun football player. He's fun to play with. And, so that was my expectation. I mean, of course, you always manage your expectation until you get to learn someone. But that's what I was going into. I was feeling.
He was on this show Monday, and I asked him about whether or not the Patriots ought to go out and get somebody and add to this team talent wise. And he said the talent we need is right here in the room. Is that a different kind of vibe than maybe you had last year at the position?
I'm not going to worry about what other people are saying about this or that. No, I'm going to keep my focus towards the Raiders and what we got going this week, Craig.
Okay, Julian.
So you talk about your focus, right? And you continue, to go out there week in and week out and be productive as a player. And I know the ultimate goal is always winning. But what's your mindset week in and week out to make sure that you consistently do what you've been doing, it seems like, for the past, 8-9 years of being a player that's always there, who's always making the play? Is there like a certain mindset that you go into every game with maybe individual goals for yourself, even though the biggest goal is winning?
I think it would start with my individual mindset of trying to start with practice, go out and get your body right. I mean, you get banged up after a game and you get your body up, and then trying to do good things in practice, because, practice execution becomes game reality, and that's how you build your confidence. And, that's sometimes the tough part when when guys, later in the season, you get banged up, you don't get to practice as much. Ultimately my goal is to get out and get on the practice field, be able to go out and do it and really kind of hone it in that week, and then go into the game as confident as possible. So that's where I would start it.
Did you feel like that you and Cam had chemistry almost instantly, or do you feel like that's coming along?
I think he's playing a lot of football games. I've played in a lot of football games, and football is football at heart. But I also do think that you earn that word chemistry or trust through time and through repetition and through constant practice and continually. The more time you have it with someone, I think that's when it gets better and better. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what every other receiver, that's what everyone's trying to do, is try to just continually improve to get on the same page. And usually when you do that, that's when good things happen.
I mean, 2 weeks in and he's plugging your merchandise. I don't know if you heard that yesterday or not, but did you catch that?
I mean, he's my guy. My guy.
I mean, I think Ken has the audio if you want to hear it. This is Cam yesterday.
Is that why the Happy Miserable t-shirt?
Nah, shout out to my dog, Jules. Got a lot of merch coming out, and, for some strange reason, I haven't got my hat yet. It has to be custom because of obvious reasons. I think it's because I'm smart, but, my hair kind of cushions a lot. So I'm wearing on my JE11 hat, amongst other, Julian Edelman merch. It's fire, by the way. So just supporting the cause.
Can you get the guy a hat? What's the delay on that?
We got him a hat. It's just we gotta get a custom hat for his hair. The hair.
Got a lot of dreads up there.
The dreads. It's tough, man. So we're actually we're in the process of doing that, but. More importantly, Greg.
Yes.
We're worried about the Raiders.
We're worried about the Raiders. Yeah, I knew that. I knew we were worried about the Raiders.
Jules, one guy that I think he's taking strides every single week, and you guys, he's projected to have, he has to be a big part of your offense, is N'Keal Harry. What are some of the things that maybe you can give him advice wise to, obviously make his transition to the NFL and to being consistent every week? Are there things that you talk with him about?
Yeah, I mean, it's with any young guy, it's just becoming a professional, and I'm being super proud of N'Keal and how he's continually progressed in that facet of professional sports. I mean, it's light and day from last year of how he is. It's not too big. He's got a year under his belt. He's confident in certain abilities, so that's when things start to go well, is when you start getting comfortable, and then your athletic ability, can take its place when the game slows down because you're mentally into it. So, I mean, it's awesome that he's doing what he's been doing, and we're going to need him to keep on doing that.
The Twisted Question of the Week for Julian Edelman is brought to you by Twisted Tea, the original hard iced tea and the ultimate day drinking beverage. Get some Twisted Tea for the games this weekend and keep it twisted. And a 508 texter would like to ask what the greatest sports film ever made is. They are suggesting it is The Sandlot, but I would not agree. But what in your mind, what's the greatest sports film ever made?
I swear I've been asked this question within the last 3 months like 10 times, and I can never answer it.
Yeah. Well, what about greatest? Can you say greatest?
It's like cereal. You don't have a favorite cereal. You have a favorite, you got different moods. You got Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebble. You know what I mean? What are you feeling like? Am I feeling for heartwarming, Remember the Titans, Rudy? Yeah. Am I feeling like I need to get motivated with Rocky 3, 4? I mean, that's a loaded question. I don't think if you're a real sport fanatic that you have one favorite sport movie.
I like Any Given Sunday. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good football film.
I like Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, what about Do Your Job, Julian? I mean, those are great.
What is that? Oh, is that the coach's one?
Yeah.
The documentary?
Yeah.
I lived that, so I'm going to put that one low on the list.
Hey, speaking of Coach, can you help him get a new sweatshirt? I mean, that thing is past its prime.
I think that's our sweatsuits from 2010. So, I like it. I think it's awesome. I mean, that's how Kanye West dressed.
Yeah, that's the Kanye. Kanye got a line of clothes like that.
Does he?
Oh, yeah. I got a couple of shirts.
Maybe Bill influenced Kanye.
Yeah, maybe he did. Maybe.
Kanye's a very influential person.
The respect level goes out the roof for a guy that just doesn't care what he looks like. He just cares about results and getting the job done.
Yes.
Can you help him with his mask, though? He had a little bit of an issue with that mask on his nose. It seems
it came down a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty easy to put on, but Bill.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not touching this subject. I mean, I want to there's fines going out. Well, I'm not in this one.
Right. Yeah, that's what anybody on that team wants to do is mid-game go over to Bill and tell him that his mask is below his nose.
Maybe
and
Bill
he
didn't realize it. He didn't know it.
Yeah.
He didn't realize it. A lot going on.
Hey, Julian, I have a quick question for you. The Snow Bowl, you're a Bay Area guy. Wiggy, of course, doesn't shut up about it. He had 15 catches, and he tells us about it all the time. Where were you, and who were you rooting for during that game?
I was a little split because I was a huge Brady fan, just because he was from San Mateo, and I was right down the street, and everyone was a big Peyton guy, and I always liked. I was a Brady guy, and but I also Jerry Rice was over in that game. He went from Niners to the Raiders, and I was a huge Jerry Rice fan. I was close with that family, so I was split in between that, but it was I'm happy the Patriots won on now, so but I was a little split at the time.
All right. Well, listen, great to talk to you today, and we'll talk to you next week.
That's a random question. Where'd that come from? We'll play it. Yeah, the Raiders.
Because you're playing the Raiders. Yeah, because you're playing the Raiders.
Well, now they're the Vegas Raiders.
Actually, I know where it came from. It came from Wiggy, who wanted him to ask you about the Snow Bowl.
It was a record until Deion Branch broke it. So I got to pat myself on the back every now and then.
Single greatest moment of Wiggy's life, better than when his kids were born.
Julian, my mother tells me, give yourself credit, because if you don't, nobody else will.
Yeah, my mom used to tell me I was the most handsomest boy in 5th grade, but I don't think that was true.
Hey,
Oh, of
if you
course.
believe it, it is.
Cut that out. All right.
If you believe it, it's not a lie.
All right. JE11. We will talk to you again, all right?
It's a sign. That was a Seinfeld crack. If you didn't.
Yes. Greg didn't get that one.
No, I was not.
No, he
it was-
didn't. It's all right. He's on vacation. It's
Right.
fine.
No, I'm
He's
not
on
on
vacation,
vacation.
it's
No,
fine.
I'm not on vacation. I enjoyed Seinfeld. Some call it the greatest television program in the history of television. I don't
Pretty
necessarily
good. I'm a
agree.
Martin Lawrence fan. Martin was my show, so.
Martin Lawrence. You
I
putting
love
that?
Martin too.
Martin!
You put that on the same level as
Yeah.
Seinfeld?
Yes,
man.
come on. Yeah, yeah,
Come
that's.
on, Pam.
Yes. That's on the same. Jerome's in the house. I say Jerome's in the house. Yes, that's on the same level as Seinfeld, Gregory.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
Tina.
He has no idea, Julian.
No.
Greg's-
Zero.
He's like-
Zero. The Halloween. Remember the Halloween one where they all got haunted?
Yeah, he has no idea. He's clueless.
was that your favorite one? The Halloween one?
Well,
was
it
that
was a
what
good
you? Was
one.
that what you guys liked?
Well,
The
Martin
Halloween-
wanted to buy the house, and the house turned out to be
It's odd.
All right, Julian. We'll talk to you.
All right, guys.
All right.
Later.
All right. There you have